Pisces, my mystical friend, you have long swum in the fog of your own premonitions, feeling the approach of something grand. The ocean of your intuition was deep but murky, and you saw only shadows of coming events, unable to discern their outlines. This period of waiting, this lingering uncertainty, it all comes to an end. Tomorrow, the potent beam of the manifesting full moon will pierce through this watery surface to its very depths, illuminating every pearl you have long searched for blindly. Where there were only vague silhouettes of desires and blurred contours of hopes, crystal clarity will emerge. Prepare yourself, for this light is not merely a cosmic phenomenon. It is a mechanism to activate a miracle, personally destined for you. It will manifest on the canvas of your life everything you prayed for to the universe in your darkest hours, resounding success, material abundance, and those very tears of joy that wash away all past pain. This event will change your reality forever, transforming your most cherished dreams into undeniable fact. And here is exactly how it will happen. Tomorrow, at the peak of the lunar radiance, you will feel not just a surge of energy, but a powerful resonant surge emanating from the very heart of the universe. Imagine a gigantic cosmic tuning fork that will sound a single note, the note of your true destiny. This vibration, meant only for you, will pass through all layers of reality and strike directly at the center of your being. This is the cosmic call, the trigger that activates the miracle. For some, it will manifest as a sudden, dazzling epiphany that in an instant pieces together all the scattered puzzles of your life into a single clear picture. For others, it will be an unexpected call, message, or encounter that may seem like a coincidence, but will in fact be an event orchestrated by the universe, handing you the key to all doors. In that moment, the fog won't just lift. It will evaporate, as if it had never been there. And here is my main prophecy for you, Pisces. You will be given not just a gift, but the right to conscious choice. The universe will not simply drop a bag of gold on you. It will place in your hands a living, luminous map of your own soul, on which will be marked all currents of abundance, all paths to success, and all sources of genuine happiness that were previously hidden from your eyes. The full moon's light will be your lantern, and your awakened intuition, your compass. You will stop drifting with the current, because for the first time, you will see the currents themselves and be able to choose which one will lead you to your dream. This act of revelation will become your greatest wealth. Success will cease to be a lottery and will transform into a precisely calculated route. Material prosperity will not be found in a chance discovery, but in the ability to see where the golden rivers flow and direct them into your channel. And the tears of happiness that will stream from your eyes will be tears of recognition. Recognition of your own power, your true worth, and the incredible love with which the universe has been waiting all this time for you to be ready to accept its gifts. This will be a moment of your personal surrender. Surrender not to difficulties, but to your own undeniable greatness. This is not magic that comes from outside. This is your own divine nature, finally awakened and called to action. However, my mystical friend, precisely at the moment when the divine becomes evident, a shadow will rise from the darkest depths of your subconscious. This is your final and most crucial test before gaining everything. I know how long you have swum against the current, feeling the icy currents of others' problems, injustices, and disappointments have bound your movements. You carried not only your sorrows, but the pain of the entire world, absorbing it like a sponge until it became your second nature. You were a rescuer who forgot they were drowning. This self-sacrifice, this noble suffering, became a familiar, almost comfortable cocoon, protecting you from the need to act decisively and put yourself first. And here it is, your main inner siren, your most insidious enemy, the temptation of escapism. It is a sweet-voiced whisper that calls you back into familiar murky waters, into the safe abyss of beautiful melancholy. It sings of how beautiful it is to be a misunderstood genius, a tragic hero, a victim of circumstances. This song promises peace, freeing you from the most terrifying responsibility, the responsibility for your own happiness and power. For building your reality, making decisions, taking risks, and asserting yourself in the world, that is hard work. but to dissolve into dreams, art, helping others, or self-pity, that is so easy and so familiar. This shadowy trait, your tendency to prefer a beautiful illusion to real, albeit challenging, action, this is the only barrier standing between you and the promised miracle. Tomorrow, when the full moon's light hands you this crystal map and points to treasures, this very siren will begin to sing loudest. It will tempt you to postpone everything until later, to doubt your abilities, to find 1,000 reasons why this isn't for me or I don't deserve this. It will try to convince you that clarity is an illusion, and the true destiny of Pisces is eternal swimming in mystical uncertainty, where there are neither victories nor defeats. The universe will hold its breath, watching your choice. It has given you light, but it cannot force you to open your eyes and walk into that light, leaving behind the comfortable darkness. This will be the main test of your soul, to answer the call of the miracle or succumb to the soothing lie of old habits. Tomorrow's wealth, success, and tears of happiness are not just a gift. They are a reward for winning the most important battle, not with the world, but with the part of yourself that is terrified of its own light. To win this battle, you don't need to become a warrior, don armor, or draw a sword. Your victory lies in a quiet but decisive act of accepting your true nature. It is time to shed the worn mantle of savior, sufferer, and misunderstood genius. The universe asks you to take your rightful place, to fulfill your authentic role, and that role, my friend, is the role of a mystic. But not the mystic who gets lost in nebulous visions and flees from the world, but one who sees the hidden mechanics of this world, its invisible threads and levers. An awakened mystic is not a fugitive, it is a master who sees through reality. Your great patron, Neptune, the planet of divine inspiration and boundless compassion, has bestowed upon you a unique gift, the ability to sense what lies beyond the material. But the shadow of escapism distorted this gift, making you use it for escape. Tomorrow's full moon will restore its true purpose. Neptune's wisdom lies not in dissolving into illusions, but in dissolving the boundaries between your inner world and outer success. The boundary between I want and I have. The boundary between spiritual seeking and material prosperity. You are a living bridge between these worlds, and when you stand fully on this bridge, all currents of abundance will flow through you. Understand, a mystic doesn't read tea leaves. They read the energetic blueprint of the universe. Where others see only chaos and randomness, you will see patterns and divine design. When a problem arises before you, you will see not an obstacle, but an energetic knot that simply needs to be gently untangled with your intention. When you look at your finances, you will see not numbers in an account, but a river of energy that can be directed, cleared of the debris of fear and doubt, and transformed into a full-flowing stream. Success for you is not storming a fortress, but a dance in resonance with the melody of fortune, which you will begin to hear with crystal clarity. This is the miracle that will change your life. You will stop being a passive observer of your destiny and become its conscious co-creator. You will understand that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a high-precision navigation instrument. Your empathy is not a burden, but a key to people's hearts and to the most beneficial partnerships. Your dreaminess is not an escape, but a powerful tool for designing reality. Tomorrow, you will not just receive a treasure map. You will realize that you are the map, the compass, and the treasure itself that you have long sought. And the tears that will stream from your eyes will be the tears of a mystic, seeing the reflection of God in their own face for the first time. So here it is, this map, shining in your hands. On it, under the rays of revelation, 3 main routes to your new reality have emerged. 3 great currents that will merge tomorrow into a single ocean of your greatness. Look closely at them, my friend, for these are not mere predictions. This is your personal guide to action, your navigator to the miracle. The first route on this map leads to material abundance, and it is called the Golden River. You have too long considered money something crude, separate from your subtle spiritual world. You allowed this flow to slip through your fingers, giving away your energy and talents almost for free, as if afraid to soil your soul in earthly matters. The full moon's light will show you a great truth. Money is not metal or paper, it is a condensed form of grateful energy. Tomorrow you will see with crystal clarity how your empathy, your intuition, your ability to create beauty out of chaos are the most valuable capital in this world. Your task is to stop being a leaky vessel. Tomorrow, when you are offered work, name your price, one that seems bold yet fair. When you look at your bank account, see in it not a limitation, but a starting point for a new channel. The universe is ready to pay for your gift in full, but it waits for you to issue an invoice based not on fear, but on the recognition of your true worth. The second path is the path of creative success and recognition. It is marked on the map as the Pearl Shore. For how many years have your best ideas, poems, projects, and dreams lain at the bottom of your subconscious, like unborn pearls? You hid them, fearing that the world was too harsh, that it would not understand, would judge, or devalue them. You lulled yourself with the tragic role of a misunderstood genius. This era is over. Tomorrow's light will not just illuminate these pearls, it will propel them to the surface with irresistible force. That very accidental call or message I spoke of will most likely concern your creativity. You will be offered a platform, given a voice, provided an opportunity. Your task is not to be afraid of this light. Take out the project you considered too bold from the furthest drawer. Send it, publish it, call the person whose opinion you always feared. Declare yourself not as a petitioner, but as a master who has come to share a treasure. The world hungers for your depth, and tomorrow it will make that known to you. And finally, the third, most important route. It is the path of healing the heart and authentic love. On the map, it shines as the quiet harbor. You have been a rescuer for everyone but yourself. You let shipwrecked souls into your life, giving them all your warmth, patching their holes, while your own ship slowly sank. You confused love with sacrifice and compassion with self-destruction. Tomorrow, the full moon, like a powerful searchlight, will illuminate the true nature of all your connections. You will see who in your life is a lighthouse and who is a black hole, consuming your light. And those very tears will flow, tears of relief and liberation. Your task here is the most subtle. You do not need to fight anyone or prove anything. You only need to gently alter your course. Stop answering calls that drain you. Direct your incredible empathy towards those capable of reciprocity. And most importantly, direct it towards yourself. Say no to what causes pain, and for the first time, do so without guilt. It is in this quiet harbor of self-worth that you will encounter a love that demands no sacrifices, but only multiplies your light. And in this sacred act of self-preservation, you will not be alone. The universe has prepared for you not only a navigator, but also a guide. It will not appear from outside. It will not be a new acquaintance or a wise mentor. Your main ally will be someone you have long carried in your blood, in the very structure of your soul, the echo of your wisest ancestor. One who, in your lineage, once faced a similar choice, to dissolve into the world or to make the world recognize their magic. Tomorrow, in the full moon's light, you will feel their presence more acutely than ever, not as a ghost, but as a quiet, unshakable certainty at the back of your mind, a warmth in your solar plexus, a sudden knowing of what to do next. This guardian spirit will not utter a word. Its task is to lead you to an artifact that will become the physical embodiment of your new power. Follow the sudden, irrational impulse that will arise within you tomorrow. It will draw you to an old wardrobe, to a forgotten box in the attic, to your grandmother's dusty dresser. There, among things that have lost their purpose, it lies, your symbol of success. For some, it will be an old, empty ledger book in a leather binding, belonging to a great-grandfather who, against all odds, built his own business. For another, a heavy, pristine photo album that was never filled. For a third, simply a sturdy, unused journal, once bought in a surge of hope and then abandoned. Do not be fooled by its simplicity. It's not just an object. It is your personal grimoire, your chronicle of the future, a sacred vessel into which you will henceforth pour the energy of your intentions so they solidify and take form in the material world. This is the main tool of the awakened mystic. Until this day, your dreams were just vapor that dissolved without a trace into the atmosphere. This artifact is a crystallizer. Everything inscribed in it by your hand under the light of this full moon will receive the command for manifestation. It will become a bridge between the world of your dreams and the world of your achievements. Here, on its first page, you will record your bold new price for your talent, transforming the energy of the golden river into a concrete figure. It is here that you will sketch out the plan for that pearl project, giving it flesh and blood. And it is here that you will inscribe with an unbreakable word the new boundaries of your heart, creating the charter of your quiet harbor. This object is your personal proof that the miracle is real. It is an anchor that will prevent your ship from drifting back into the murky waters of escapism. By taking it into your hands, you will cease to be a victim of circumstances and become the author of your reality, where every page you write is another undeniable fact of your triumph. But as soon as the ink of your intentions touches the paper, the universe will conduct its most rigorous audit. At the very moment when the full moon's light reaches its zenith, a shadow will emerge. This is not your old enemy, escapism. This is something more fundamental. This is the cold, sobering breath of Saturn, the great cosmic architect and examiner. He does not come to destroy your miracle. He comes to test its foundation for strength. Saturn will cast his shadow upon your shining grimoire and ask a single silent question: is this your true desire, or merely a beautiful reaction to your past pain? And this is what will happen. You will look at that bold figure you wrote as the price for your talent, and suddenly feel not excitement, but a chill. You will realize that this figure is not about worth. It's about revenge, about a desire to prove something to those who once devalued you. It is not a plan for wealth, but an invoice presented to the past. You will look at the plan for your Pearl project and see that it is brilliant. But its fuel is the bitterness of being misunderstood. Its goal is to deafen critics with applause. It is not an act of creation, but an act of self-affirmation. You will reread the charter of your quiet harbor and realize that it was written not from self-love, but from fear of others. These are not boundaries, but barricades erected on the ashes of old grievances. This is the eclipse of old plans. Saturn will not take away your map. He will make you see that you charted your routes from a point of pain, not from a point of power. And this, my friend, is the greatest gift you can receive. Because precisely at this moment, you will stop being a mystic fugitive and become a mystic architect. You will be given the opportunity to rewrite your desires, cleansing them of ego's husk and old traumas. You will take your grimoire again, but with a different hand, the hand of a master, not a dreamer. And you will rewrite everything. Instead of a concrete figure, you will write financial freedom, allowing me to create without concern for survival. You will shift your focus from a sum to a state. Instead of a project plan designed to prove something to everyone, you will sketch out the idea of what brings you personal joy, even if no one else sees it. You will shift your focus from recognition to pure self-expression. And instead of rigid rules for others, you will write a single rule for yourself. Direct your energy only towards what evokes a response of warmth and expansion within your soul. You will shift your focus from defense to the creation of your inner world. This is a painful yet liberating moment of truth. The miracle promised to you is not cancelled. It simply becomes more mature, more authentic, and immeasurably more powerful. You came for gold, and the universe offers you granite, so you can build not a sandcastle, but an eternal citadel of your spirit. And so you stand in the midst of your soul, and it no longer resembles a mystical ocean. It has become a quiet, austere quarry under the cold light of the moon. In one hand, you hold the phantom, alluring gold of your old, hard-won desires. In the other, the heavy, real granite of purified intentions. And in this moment of absolute silence, the final silent battle for your soul unfolds. This is the main choice that stands behind all miracles and prophecies. It is the choice between two kinds of eternity, an eternity of beautiful pain and an eternity of serene power. The first path is the path back into the warm, familiar abyss. It is incredibly tempting. It offers you to take this granite and carve from it not a citadel, but a magnificent monument to your own tragedy. On it, you could engrave the names of all who misunderstood you, the dates of all disappointments, list all unfulfilled dreams. This would allow you to preserve your main drama, your status as a misunderstood genius, your noble role as a victim. You could forever tell yourself and the world the story of how great you could have been, if only. This path spares you from the most terrifying thing, the risk of true success and true responsibility. It allows you to remain in a world of dreams where you are always a winner because you never entered a real battle. It is the choice to remain the poet of your sorrow, not the architect of your happiness. The second path is silent and devoid of all drama. It offers you to simply accept this granite, to feel its weight, its coldness, its unshakable density, and to agree that your new, purified desires for financial freedom, for the joy of creation, for inner peace, do not stir up storms of emotion. They do not scream for revenge, crave applause, or seek pity. They simply are, and in this lies their terrifying yet liberating power. To choose this path means to recognize that your life will henceforth cease to be a script for a film about a great sufferer. It becomes a blueprint. Strict, clear, demanding not tears, but work. Not reflection on the past, but concentration on the present. It is the choice to embrace the frightening silence of true power instead of the familiar loud echo of old pain. And so you make your choice, not with a word, not with a gesture, but with a quiet internal exhale. You release the phantom gold from your hand, and it silently dissolves in the moonlight like the mirage it was. You shift the heavy granite into both hands, accepting its weight as your new foundation. In this moment, not a miracle occurs, but something greater, an alchemical transmutation of your spirit. You stop being a slave to your past and become its master. You no longer draw excuses for your inaction from it. You accept it as a quarry from which the world's strongest material for your foundation has been extracted. You choose not the future, you choose yourself. And in this newfound silence, you hear for the first time what true, unshakable greatness truly sounds like. And this sound you hear in the silence, it is not triumphant fanfares or angelic singing. It is a low, steady, vibrating hum, the hum of a gigantic mechanism operating at full capacity. And with a chill in your solar plexus, you realize this mechanism is you. The granite you accepted ceases to be just a stone in your hands. It begins to grow into you, becoming your spine, your inner skeleton, your new support. No more formlessness, no more nebulous states. For the first time in your life, you feel your own solidity, your weight, your unshakable presence in reality. The mystic within you has not died. It has found a body. And this is precisely how this new state will manifest the promised miracles in your life. The wealth you dreamed of will not come as you expected. It won't fall upon you as a sudden win or inheritance. That would be fuel for the old you, for the fugitive who would immediately dissolve everything in new illusions. No, material abundance will slowly but steadily seep through your new granite foundation, like pure groundwater, nourishing everything you will now build. You will stop seeking money. Money, as an energy of stability, will begin to seek you. You as a reliable project. You as a sturdy structure in which it is safe to invest. Your purified goal, financial freedom for creativity, will become a magnet for resources, because the universe always invests not in greed, but in creation. You will see not numbers accumulating in your account, but bricks for your future citadel. The creative success you craved will also change its nature. Previously, it was synonymous with applause for you, a way to prove your genius to those who doubted you. Now, standing on your granite foundation, you understand that you no longer need anyone's approval. Your purified goal, the joy of pure self-expression, will imbue your creations with such authentic power and weight that they will become self-sufficient. You will stop shouting to be heard. You will start creating things so substantial that they will be impossible to ignore. Success will cease to be a flash in someone else's sky. It will become your own gravitational field, attracting the right people, the right opportunities, and genuine admiration, not because you demand it, but because your mastery has become as obvious as a mountain on a plain. And finally, tears of happiness. Oh, they will flow, my friend, but these will be entirely different tears. Not a turbulent flood of relief after long pain. Not the hysterical joy of someone rescued. These will be rare, heavy, precious drops that well up in the eyes of an architect, gazing at a blueprint that has become a building. These will be tears of recognizing not God outside, but the Creator within. Your quiet harbor will cease to be a fortress defending against the world. It will become your inner sanctuary, into which you admit only those who come with peace and light. Your purified goal, to direct energy toward what causes expansion, will become your infallible compass in relationships. You will meet love not as a rescuer or a victim, but as an equal. As two masters who have decided to build something beautiful and lasting together. Here it is, the main miracle that will change your life forever. It's not that you will receive wealth, success, and love. It's that you will stop seeking them. You will cease to be an eternal wanderer, drifting with the current in search of a mythical treasure island. You yourself will become this island. Reliable, real, full of resources. The true miracle is the end of the chase, the end of eternal drama, the end of the battle with the world and with yourself. It is the attainment of calm, confident, creative power. And this transformation is irreversible because you built it not from the sand of your desires, but from the granite of your spirit. So let this simple and unshakable truth henceforth become your sole law, your silent prayer, pulsating in every cell of your new embodied being. Speak it in silence, not as an incantation, but as a statement of fact. I am not a current seeking the ocean. I am an island where life is born. Repeat it until it becomes the rhythm of your breath, until the very air around you is imbued with this calm, creative power. This is your last greatest tear of happiness, a tear that reflects not the past, but the entire world you have created. You have completed your great voyage, my mystical friend. You have crossed the ocean of illusions and cast anchor in the very center of your soul. But know this, the story doesn't end here, it truly begins. For when tomorrow's dawn touches the water's surface, you will see the first ship on the horizon, and it will sail not away from you, but towards you. It is led not by maps or stars, it is led by the light of your island, the gravity of your spirit, the rumor that a master has appeared somewhere in the boundless ocean, capable of turning water into stone. Your next adventure is to learn to be not just a miracle, but its guardian.